Hello, this is Dr. G with naturalfoodsdiet.org. Did you know that the largest 11 drug companies raked in $85 billion in net profits last year? In fact, we Americans spend an incredible $200 billion a year on drugs, and it's going up by 12% a year. The drug companies use this wealth to co-opt every institution that might otherwise stand in their way, like Congress, the FDA, academic medical centers, and of course, the medical profession itself. And as I've said before, all these drugs are not making us any healthier. In the United States, our health ranks way below other rich nations that take far fewer drugs. And that's because all drugs are toxins, and they suppress biologic functions, usually to suppress symptoms of a disease. Now, this is a very profitable way to deal with disease. Suppress the symptom, but keep the cause in place so that the patient takes the drug until they're dead. Hopefully that's later and not sooner, but sometimes the drugs make that sooner. Now, my big complaint with our system that's now in place is there's no incentive to cure the patient. There's only a huge incentive to develop more treatments for symptoms. And in reality, curing anything is, as my internal medicine professor would say when I was doing rounds, absolutely contraindicated. Absolutely contraindicated if profits are the primary concern. And the drug companies, obviously, are extremely smart at making money. They know their profits will continue to increase if they can get us sick and keep us sick. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if their motto might be something like, be sure you don't develop something to cure anyone or we lose a customer. When the drug companies get questioned on why they mark up the price of drugs so sky high, the standard answer is something like this. We have to get paid back for all those research and development costs, you know. You want to keep those new drugs coming out, don't you? Well, the truth is the drug companies spend 2.5 times more money on marketing and administration than they do in R&D. So the extra dollars that they make ensure that we get to see plenty of TV ads for erectile disorder drugs and deadly sleeping pills. Or they use the money to take your doc out to lunch so that your doctor subconsciously feels as though they owe the drug company something. But even the R&D is corrupted. A drug company is way more likely to develop what we call a Metoo drug. And this is an alteration of a successful drug that's developed by a competing company. By copying another company's financial successes, there's much less risk and more profit. This copycat research almost completely stifles producing anything that is truly new. In fact, that's why we have a multitude of statin drugs, even though no statin drugs were ever needed because we already had a natural HMG-CoA reductase inhibitor, that's what the statins do, in red yeast rice. Now, thanks to new laws enacted by Congress, the drug companies are now spending less and less money on developing new drugs, and more of the research costs are being borne by tax dollars through the NIH and also through academic institutions. With these new laws, universities and now even the government can get in on the gravy train of drug profits. The way it goes is the researchers now find the new drug, and they get a patent on it, and then they partner with the drug company to market it. The advantage of the system is that we are getting more innovation, and there aren't as many Me Too drugs. But there's a downside. Look at the costs of new drugs. Last year, 11 out of 12 of the new-to-market drugs approved by the FDA cost the patient over $100,000 a year. Yes, you heard me correctly. $100,000 a year. This is utter insanity. Well, Enough of the doom and gloom information. I will leave you with a silver beam of hope. There's a way to sidestep all this, to be healthy. If I were you, I would let the uninformed ruin their health taking toxic drugs. But you can go upstream and identify the root causes of disease and correct it. This would make it very unlikely you'll ever need drugs, or if you're already on them, possibly get off. Check out our website, naturalfoods.org, for our program that is unlike any other. This is Dr. G. Thanks for watching, and share this with someone you care about.